Hi, everyone. It's Mr. Bozade here. Hello, my CP physics students. I hope you're doing okay. I'm coming to you live from my house, which is very exciting. And on the first day of the week, we usually take some time to check in with each other and see how we're doing. So I will start with that. Why am I at home? Well, I'm at home because I was at school on Friday and I made it through the morning. But as the day went on, I was feeling more and more sick. So I did leave around lunchtime on Friday. And I did get a COVID test on Friday, and unfortunately, I did test positive for COVID. I'm happy to say that I'm doing much better here today. So I'm making good progress. But I will say Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were pretty tough, pretty difficult days for me. I had kind of the classic symptoms. I felt feverish. I was stuffy. I had a sore throat. So those were not great times for me, but I'm doing better now. And I do need to stay home for a couple more days. I'm expected to quarantine until Thursday. So the way things are headed, I expect that I'll be feeling well enough to be back at school on Thursday. So I'll see you then. But in the meantime, I wanted to send you kind of a little intro video to start our day together today and tomorrow. So at least you get to hear from me a little bit. After I'm done, why don't you guys take a minute and check in with each other and see how you guys are doing and how your weekends were. But first, let me just finish giving you an overview of what you're going to be doing today. So I wanted to quickly just check in with you guys since I'm not going to be there. There we go. Sorry. Over the next couple of days, I just want to make sure that you felt comfortable knowing that there's going to be plenty of time for us to help you learn all the things that you need to learn. So like today is Tuesday, and I'm going to have you do an activity today on conservation of momentum. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I won't be there tomorrow either, but there's going to be some practice problems for you to do that are building off of what you do today. Thursday, I'll be there and we're going to finish those practice problems. So any questions you have from Monday, I'll be there on Thursday to really help you with. And then Friday, we'll have a formative over those things. So hopefully that'll all work out nicely. And what's great is then like we're basically done at that point with all of our important ideas. Now we've had this Friday's formative will be in our third formative of the unit. And I've collected them all. I've graded them all. I'm saving them all. And we're going to have one giant formative return on Monday so that you can kind of like get a big picture of where you stand on things. There's really kind of like three main topics and we'll talk about them all on next Monday. And that way you'll know, what do you really need to study to be prepared. Wednesday of next week, we'll have our big formative. And so Monday and Tuesday, we'll use that time to study and prepare for the big formative. And then what's really nice is our summative is still not even until the following Tuesday. So even if you struggle with things on the big formative, there's plenty of time for us to really fill in those gaps. Okay. So I just want to take a minute just to make sure that you know that, even though I'm not here today or tomorrow, there'll be plenty of time for us to really help you learn the material. So what is this conservation momentum activity that you're doing today? So we're going to be working on pages 30, 31, 32, and 33. So here we go. Page 30 looks like this. There's a little QR code here and a Google link that you can click on to take you to the simulation. So when you get to the simulation, it looks like this. This is the web page that it looks like. And let me just refresh my web page so you see it. And it looks like that. And basically, you're going to be doing this simulation with these two carts that are colliding into each other. So let me just help you get it started. This first problem, I think you can do no problem. You just do, to find momentum, we do mass times velocity and then mass times velocity. The one thing to always be careful of is when something's moving to the right, that's positive velocity. So it's got positive momentum. And when something's moving to the left, that's negative velocity. So it's got negative momentum. So 5 times positive 6 versus 6 times negative 5. All right, but now when you get down here, you're going to actually be using that simulation. I want to show you how to do that. So for these two trials here, trial 1 and 2, you're going to click the elastic button. So what that looks like is right here, and it's already default clicked for you. But you want to start by making the red car 3 kilograms and the blue car 1 kilogram. So the blue car is already 1, and the red car, you click here to make it 3 kilograms. Then you want to make the red car move at 5 meters per second to the right, or positive 5, and the blue car should be at rest. So blue car, we want to make it have a velocity of 0. And the red, by clicking these arrows, there we go, and the red car is already 5. So then how do you make them collide? You hit the start button, and then you watch, and then they collide, boom, and then you see what happens after they collide. So, in this chart, you're going to find the momentum of the red car before they collide. And then you're going to do everything after they collide. So mass times velocity, add those two momentums together to get the total momentum. And then after they collide, we look at our simulation and it'll tell us what their velocities are after they collide. So there's the before, and then you hit the pause button. You can see their velocities. So you can fill it in here and here, and then you do mass times velocity, then add the momentums together to get the total momentum. You do the same thing for trial 2, except now we change this mass and we change this velocity. For trials 3 and 4, we're going to do the same thing except for inelastic collision. So you come back here, reset everything, and then choose the inelastic button. So let's see this first example, trial number 3. They both have a mass of 1. Let's give them both a mass of 1. And the red card's got a velocity of 4 to the right, and the blue card is 0 again. So 0 and 4. There we go. So what's different about inelastic collisions? Let's see. So they come together and they stick together. Okay. So you're just going to fill in your chart now down below for trials 3 and 4. Mass times velocity, add the momentums together. You'll measure the velocities using the simulation here. Plug them in, then mass times velocity, add them together. Okay. And then each time you finish something, as usual, I've given the sub the answer key so you can check your work with the substitute teacher. Okay. For each of these trials, I recommend checking in with them and make sure you're doing it right. And then as you move on to page 31, do the same thing. Just work through some of this, maybe 1 and 2, check with the sub, maybe, 3, and then 4 and 5. Check with the sub after those, then 6, check with the sub, and then maybe 7 as well. Okay. Then page 32, there's a little bit of reading. And then you're going to solve some problems. And again, check with the sub as you solve the problems. And then page 33, same thing. And I know that you guys are really good at working in your groups. And so I expect that you'll be helping each other out with this. Please make sure that you're taking turns as usual, checking in with the sub, so that it's not just the same person over and over again. And that's a good way to make sure that everyone's actually writing things down. So please make sure that everyone in your group is writing things down. And I think that's it. That is the plan for today. Let's just double check. So check in with each other, see how everyone's weekend was, then work through pages 30 through 33 and check in with the sub periodically as you do. All right, email me if you have any questions or anything. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will send you another video. Just start class off with tomorrow, and then I will see you on Thursday, hopefully, as long as I continue to feel better, which so far so good. Bye, everyone. Take care.